and welcome back to the Daily Wrap. We're all here, as Rick said before, just so we don't get fined. Let's see what is trending in social media. Well, we scoured the vast internet with the help of Newsmax.com's wire editors, and there are many of them, to find out the juiciest stories that America is talking about right now. Of course, we talked already about Loretta Lynch and making her waves in the political world, and we found a lot online about a zombie cat setting fire to the internet. Maybe more on that tomorrow. But what's trending most right now is a man of very few words. We also found a lot on the upcoming Super Bowl. And speaking of the Super Bowl, Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch made news Tuesday during the annual Super Bowl Media Day. What was so special about it? Watch and listen.
I'm here so I won't get fined. 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 I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined. Hey, you better make more with your time. You only got 3 more minutes. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined, boss. Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Everybody get that? He's
Why
here
was he there?
The irony is
so he
he's gonna
doesn't
get fined.
get fined. You know how many times he said that during the press conference?
I have no idea, but he's going to get fined for that hat.
The hat?
I mean, the thing is, they're not allowed to wear things that sponsor something that doesn't sponsor the NFL, which begs the question, if the NFL is so worried about fining people, why is it about whether or not they show up, whether or not they wear the right logo, and about more important things like whether or not they beat their wives? It's ridiculous.
That's more than a finable thing.
She's got a point.
The answer is 29 times. Marshawn Lynch said the most famous 8 words perhaps in Media Day history. Rick, my question is this. I want to bring this back to a free speech issue. Now, Marshawn Lynch was there because he had a bad experience with the media a couple of years ago and he vowed never to speak to him. But during Super Bowl week, as you heard, he may get fined if he doesn't show up to Media Day. So the question is, why does he have to show up at all if his choice is not to speak? Doesn't the First Amendment protect him in some way, shape, or form?
No. This is like saying to an actor that when he goes on stage, which he's being paid for, he can say whatever he wants. He doesn't have to say the lines in the play because he has a right of free speech.
But his
you
play
know
is
what?
the football field.
He's going to get fired. Well, that's where I agree with you. I don't think it's a First Amendment issue at all, but it is an issue. This guy's the best power back I've ever seen.
Seen?
Oh, he's phenomenal. I think he's absolutely amazing, this guy. That's what matters. If he doesn't want to talk, they'll make him talk. But I don't think it's constitutional.
I won't turn this into a sports segment, but I have to kind of go with Jim Brown on that. But that's a whole other story. Catherine, your thoughts on
I thought it was
being
funny.
fined?
I thought it was cool. I've never seen a sports interview that I've actually enjoyed before in my whole life. So way to go.
It certainly resonated. It was trending all day yesterday. And now who looks like the bad guy in all this, again, is Roger Goodell, because it looks like you forced a man against his will. And he said, okay, you want me to talk? I'll talk. 8 words. He added a bro in one of those, I know, so let's call it 9. But Marshawn Lynch is everybody's hero this morning.
He's consistent. And he just goes to show that we're not looking for heroes. We're looking for people who play good ball. And they don't care. People don't care what he has to say. That's right.
I'm looking for heroes. That's where I get all my heroes. NFL.
NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the irony. Now, the Seattle Seahawks last year, they were the bad guys because they were playing Prince Peyton Manning, right? And they had, obviously, Sherman, their defensive back, who was talking all sorts of trash. You got Marshawn Lynch, who was truculent with the media. And now this year, because of Deflategate and the cheaters from New England, so to speak. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the perception. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and Deflategate, now suddenly they're the bad guys.
Right.
They're Tanya Harding. And the Seattle Seahawks, they're Nancy Kerrigan. Right. They're the good guys all of a sudden. Right. I find that remarkable.
Well, look, you know, what's even more interesting is everybody's picking New England to win this game because of one very bad game that Russell Wilson had last week or 2 weeks ago in the AFC Championship. They shouldn't be. Seattle is by far the better team and will likely win the Super Bowl.
Well, they are the defending champs, and
I
we're going
don't
to talk
care.
about this a little bit more on Friday.
I don't care at all.
Catherine, you
Sorry.
got to love her candor. She's the Marshawn Lynch of this panel. I
don't
don't
care.
care.
Right.
I'm not talking about it.
Because you're making me.
Exactly. Okay. Well, let's throw a Hail Mary to our next segment. Coming up next,
Ooh, good one.
I will. You like that?
Thank you.
I will be taking on my co-host in a segment we like to call the Daily Quiz. Now, just to give you a heads up, I don't know the answers. I didn't look them up. I was very tempted to. I know the questions. So we're going to pose those to our panel to see if they actually know this. So a little bit of Jeopardy coming to Newsmax, except we'll actually be asking questions as opposed to in the form of an answer. You know what I mean. We'll be back, thank you, Rick, with more of the Daily Wrap, and it's only on Newsmax.